to smashing the like button, and give consideration to smashing the subscribe button if this is your cup of tea. So once you've done that, select the bell button and then select the all option so that you are notified when I'm online, when I'm on a live stream like this, or when I've uploaded a pre-recorded um, content. All right. Anyways, so yeah, let's see who is online so we can get the show started. All right. Let's see who's online. Welcome to the show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Okay. If you can hear me, you can see me. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Good evening. Happy Sunday to you. So like I said, don't forget to smash the like button. If you can hear me, you can see me. It's so that we gain traction. Smash the subscribe button, please. All right. What's up, Isla? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Good to see you, my brother. Adiola Ogunleye. Thank you. Very well, Isla. Blessed Sunday to you, Phrankleen. Yeah. Yeti Tube. What's up, people? So anyways, yeah. So let's get the show started without further ado. So there's been, lately, a few of you that watch me tagged me in a few. There are some people in the corner of the internet on their own platforms that are having conversations about Phrankleen, some of my content, my views, and all that stuff. I try as much as possible. Right from when I started the talk show, I try to stay out of online, back and forth. That might be ill, that might be really ugly and all that, with people, because I know some people, rather than indulging in sensible conversation, with you, they would rather attempt to tear you down. There's so many poisonous people that during the course of creating content on YouTube and growing through life, and particularly within the Black community, you will come across very spiteful, very toxic people. And the ones that really marvel me are people that barely know you and know nothing about you. You're not harming their family. You're not, infringing on their fundamental human right. But they will take it upon themselves. They will go guns blazing at you. They will be so consumed by vindictiveness and toxicity. Thank you, Cha-Cha. And they will try to come after you. And you think, all of these for what? Now, I had a totally different video to talk about, to put up tonight, live stream. But I just felt deep down inside that, okay, for posterity's sake, just for the records, I am going to put out this video, these ones, and I'll leave you on my channel. Somebody tagged me, during the course of last week. I had a few tags from wonderful content viewers and my subscribers via Instagram DMs, and even today I was having lunch. Three people tagged me via my DM, sent me messages. There was this person on their own Instagram page, and they put up content. Somebody even went as far as saying this Phrankleen guy is lying to people on the internet, and whilst he's sheltering his family in Canada, and this lady was talking confidently, typing confidently that I have extensive amount of families in Canada. And I'm like, Canada? First of all, I've never stepped a foot in Canada. I have no family in Canada. What's up, Akwitobi? I'm hiding in Canada, all sorts of ugliness, and Feyaku, all sorts of nastiness. People just cook up stories, and what's even funny is the number of likes that the comment got. And I was so tempted. I was this close to get sucked into that comment section. I kept staring at my phone for well over 15 minutes. Should I? Should I not? Should I? Should I not? And I thought, leave it. You know, I went back to that comment section. I just scrolled and I'm like, who the bloody hell are these people? This lady is so skinny. She's as flat as a doormat. Because I looked at her pictures and just typing away badly written grammar. And yeah, this guy comes on his channel to, dissuade Africans. He's hiding his family in Canada. I have credible information. I'm like, huh? Canada? First of all, like I said, I've never stepped a foot in Canada. I have no families in Canada. I've never visited. I've been to the United States on holiday over the years twice. United States. The first time, North Carolina, Raleigh, Washington, D.C. The second time, Chicago, D.C., and a couple of places. And I came back to the UK twice, and I'm not particularly surprised, but I also want to use these to put out a few bullet points, because one of the fundamental problems that we have within the Black community is Black folks are so... First of all, before I carry on, if you're watching me for the first time, my name is Oyedeji Phrankleen Awodia, okay? I'm a proud Black man that emanated from Yoruba land in Nigeria, okay? I'm a Black man, I'm a proud African man with fully decolonized mind. Married to a Black woman with a fully decolonized mind. I stay in my lane. I'm a dad to 3 wonderful children, and I'm living my best life. Regardless of what life is thrown at me, I'm in my lane. I don't really bother people. When you come for me, or you come for my children, or you come for my woman, I go guns blazing. Here in England, I've fought against racism, illegalities, up to the highest level, Attorney General's office, the highest legal department in England. They know Phrankleen Awodia. It got so deep that they wouldn't write me emails with their names attached to it. You understand me? I went guns blazing to the perpetrators of racism and discrimination, the highest, strongest legal department in the entire UK. They know me. I stand for my truth, and regardless of what life is thrown at me, I stay in my lane. I'm living my best life. I'm called, from a spiritual point of view, I'm called to be an emancipator. That's why I call myself the emancipator. And sort of like a Moses, right? One to awaken the Black race, right? One to sort of serve like a human compass mentally for the people and say, amen. I'm not afraid to speak my truth. I'm not afraid to touch on difficult topics. And I'm not afraid to say, amen, look in that direction. This is our problems. This is why I talk about it. All right. Now, that's me. I'm a proud Black man with a fully 100% decolonized mind. Okay. I do not exist within the societal, conventional box of reasoning. The same thing, part of my decolonization is completely detaching and removing myself from the religion of the invaders that was brought to my ancestors in the 15th century. Okay, I'm a proud practitioner and initiate of Ifa spirituality, and it's been amazing. It's helped me recalibrate my life. I'm still learning. It's been an amazing experience. My wife is an Oshun initiate and Obatala initiate. I'll bring you videos very soon, actually. And we did that recently. It was a wonderful experience. I celebrated my Ifa initiation just in July in Nigeria, otherwise known as Odun Ifa. It was amazing. It was spiritual. Why am I saying this? These are the attributes of a fully decolonized African. You know, I am not Caucasian. I don't belong in that bloodline. I'm the prime being. And when I talk about coming to the West, and I look at my brothers and sisters, and when I talk on my platform, I know, I understand that within our societies, unfortunately, there are plenty of black folks who are wired with the brain of a fish and who have, they're suffering from judgmental poverty, unfortunately. That whilst we have very smart people, intellectuals, we also have people who have been absolutely shattered mentally and they have colonized mindset. What do I mean? It doesn't matter how prosperous they are in Africa. They have been, it's like an automation. They've been mentally conditioned to believe that being black, you've got to be inferior, you've got to be second class. Being black, you have not arrived unless you're fully westernized, unless you have adopted the template of existence created by the Western folks. And this is one of the fundamental problems. In fact, what's actually funny is, because I travel to Nigeria as often as possible, when you are on ground, you will be able to physically see how deep the damage has gone in Africa, particularly with our brothers and sisters on ground, because they leave the Western fantasy. There is nothing good about them. A man in Nigeria can have a fully thriving poultry business. He has multiple employees. He's cashing out millions. He believes all of that is absolute nonsense. The prime target is he must live in England. He must be in the US to wash dead bodies. He must move to Sweden. He must move to the UK. He must sell everything. He has successfully built a lovely home that plenty of diasporans would love to have, that a lot of diasporans don't have. They are ready to destroy everything just so they can get absorbed into the Western systems. These are the difficult conversations that I try my very best to articulate and go into without being biased, and try to educate people that, man, we should have a mindset of black excellence, and we should sell the same mindset or imbibe the same mindset into our children. But you see, this idea of talking to the average Negro, that, amen, watch before you leap, before you come abroad, especially, and I keep saying that, if you've done pretty well for yourself, yeah, be careful about throwing your life away and blindly being the objective word, traveling to the West. So you have all these people that cook up very nasty narratives to try to, in a desperate bid, to discredit me. They don't like it. It's one of the problems that have plagued the black community deeply into the core of our bones. Black folks don't like the truth. If you bring out the fact about history, about what is going on in the universe right now, how we are being attacked every day, they would choose to be in denial. They would do everything to tear you down and be subservient to the oppressor. The Stockholm Syndrome has destroyed the mindsets of a lot of people. Now, first of all, I want to attend to this bullet point. Oh, yeah, he lives in the UK, and yeah. Right, good point. I came here as a young lad. 13th of February, 2023, I'm going to be a 40-year-old man. So if I've been here about 20 odd years of my life, you can do the maths. Does that make sense? You can do your maths. It's dead easy. So I was here as a very young lad. I grew up in the system. You can imagine my mindset when I was a youngin', right? So when I started growing and started accumulating knowledge in the system, I've experienced extensive amount of racism with my family. I was able to emancipate myself, both mentally and spiritually at some point, and break free from the limitations that have been imbibed into me coming up. So when you look at and you break free from the societal orchestration of things, and then it gets to a point. And the beautiful thing about emancipation is the moment you see the light, you can never unsee it. The moment you identify the truth, you can never, you can never, you can never unsee the truth. That's the beautiful thing about this life. The moment you get mentally and spiritually emancipated from mental slavery, it's like, wow, you can never go back. There is no way. I would rather die a honorable man than go back to my old self. Absolutely not. You understand me? So when people are talking, he's living in the system, I've said it before for those that have been watching me for a minute. But the thing is, black folks, even if you offer them unfiltered truth, they would rather be in denial. They would rather be in denial. They will blindly be in denial because a lot of us are very vindictive. We're very spiteful. We don't like the truth. They don't like it because they like, first of all, I don't fit the narrative of what they expect to see on YouTube, of what they see every day. What do I mean? I am not a religious person. I have dissociated from the conventional way of reasoning. They are religious gathering. People that don't even know me. I'm not even talking about families now. They become narcissistic. They behave like psychopaths. They hide behind bogus email addresses, sending me messages, and a lot of them have limited vocabulary to articulate themselves effectively. They turn to abuse, name calling, all sorts of things. They have been called demonic, I've been called insane, I've been called all sorts of nasty names, even have a death threat because I'm a proud practitioner of African spirituality. Ifa. People that I don't know. I've never infringed on their fundamental human right. I've done nothing to harm them. I've not committed any crime. I'm just a guy speaking my truth on my channel, on YouTube, living my life, enjoying my free will. But because you disagree, you choose on your side of the world to become filled with bitterness and nasty and toxic, and you're banging your head against the wall. Chances are probably... The other day, before I went to Nigeria, a month ago, I bumped into this woman, like in the mid or late 50s, and in Peckham in London, right? And then she pretended like she wanted to embrace me. Hi, Phrankleen. I watch your channel. In 3, 2, 1, she was walking in broad daylight with two of her daughters. They went shopping in the Primark on Rye Lane, and then she just said, "Oh, Phrankleen, oh, hi." And then I just noticed that the countenance changed. Yeah, it's even nice that I met you. All that nonsense that you're talking about African spiritual, you're still going to end up bowing to Jesus, because I know that you've gone to join some fraternity nonsense. But in the true fashion of Phrankleen, Omo calling me, so I just looked at her dead in the eyes. I could have walked away. I said, "Madam, can I ask you a question?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Are you mentally stable?" She looked at me like that. She was shocked. So I changed to Yoruba because she's a Yoruba woman. And I said to her, "You see me in broad daylight. Where do you know me from? And you're basically trying to open my lungs and stuff me with your Jesus and calling me names in broad daylight." So her daughters, they were clued up. They quickly said, "Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, Mr. Phrankleen. I love your channel. Don't worry about my mom." Oh, one of them actually said, "My mom has a big mouth. This. Thank you. People are so vicious. That's one of these so-called heightened display of narcissism that I've seen in my life. And this is the template of existence, particularly from all this religious. Why am I saying this? Am I dissuaded by all of this? Definitely not. I'm called by the universe. I know what my calling is, to be an emancipator, all right? To help break chains of limitations, both spiritually and physically, my people. And I'm going to do that till my dying day. I'm just getting started. For those that know me now going through, I'm just getting started. I'm just warming up. I fear no man. But you see this idea of you coming abroad and this guy is dissuading of yada yada. I always say one thing. If I create a content, if I successfully and I manage to be a blessing to just one person, you see, that content has done an amazing job from my point of view. If I manage to contribute positively to the thought process of at least one person from these particular content, we're 20 minutes in now, I've done an amazing job. So if I have 10 people, if I have 20 people, if I have 30, if I have more, that's an absolute bonus. And I'll be absolutely honest, I bump into so many people that show me love, that say, hey, bro, man, listen, I love what you're doing. This. You're doing an amazing job. When I was at the airport, some dude, his name is also Tokumbo, he's a big, bubbly gentleman, and he saw me, he was like, bro, he embraced me, he lifted me up at the airport. He was a very vibrant man. He was like, yo, I cannot believe I see you in real life. It was all love, man. I was laughing. I felt like a kid in a candy shop, man. You know, he was gassed. Like, my man like Phrankleen. He was shouting, everybody was laughing, like, who's this guy? And, you know, sometimes, recently, I went into a restaurant called 805 on Old Kent Road to get grilled fish and fried yam, yeah? And I was waiting to get the takeaway. And there were these two ladies and a man that sat down. And these ladies, they were adjacent to me. I could hear them. They were in my blind spot for a moment. I said, Chinche Babo is another YouTube guy. Ojara Lojubayi. Oda we can tell a lot ban, he can tongue glass here. And I can hear the man said, Ronke, what has he done to you? Why would you? So it was like, hey, look at him, look at him, just walking like he owns the restaurant. Bro, I was wearing shorts. I was wearing a pair of Crocs. I had a t-shirt on. I have my Ideifa. I just walked in. I was listening to music and I turned off I was trying to go get my grilled fish with fried yam from 805. And the woman was just like, look at him. He's walking as if he's feeding everybody. He sits there on YouTube blowing grammar. I want to go and give it to him. Boy, I was begging the universe. I was begging the universe that these bitch would get up and walk up to me. I was begging the universe that this cunt will get up and come up to me and run a mouth like a bathroom tap. I was praying that but she didn't. So when I was walking on the way out, I paused and I looked. I gave her that look dead in the eyes. And she was there like a wimp, like a cat that fell in water. And I just walked out. That's just one out of numerous. I really don't give a toss. But if you bring fire, do you understand me? And sometimes I ask myself, and my number one fan is my wife. When I tell my wife sometimes, Victoria would always say to me that you're just getting started, man. She always says that to me, and it gives me that oomph. She always say to me, like, talking about, don't listen to them. Just keep going. You dig? I'll tell you one thing. Take, for example, people that are based in Nigeria that want to travel abroad, that use travel agents. And I'm talking from experience. 99.9% of Nigerian-based travel agents, they just want to take your money. So let's say you're planning to come to the UK. They would never tell you the truth about life abroad, what you need to be aware of. Like, sir, why do you want to sell your 4-bedroom bungalow, lovely house? Why do you want to throw away your business that you've built over 6 years? Why do you want to sell 2 businesses? Why do you want to throw your poultry business or your farm away? Why is your wife trying to sell everything so that you can move to Canada? Do you understand? They will tell you any lie just so you can part with your money, get the visa, jump on the plane, ta-da, bye, on to the next. You understand? And I'm telling you for free tonight, I have a truckload of emails, and I'm saying it honestly, that I haven't even opened for months, because administratively speaking, I don't physically have all the powers, right? Sometimes I reply to some people, and if you see some of the jaw-dropping stories and experiences, and because there is no togetherness, there is no support network within the Black community. If you're living in the diaspora, people can have house parties, you go to people's weddings, but when it comes to reality, when it comes to challenges, especially with life abroad, you are on your own. Everybody carry their cross. That's the fact. You may have one or two close friends who are really good. The moment you drop into the ditch of problems, they can only do so much. I'm telling you from experience. It doesn't necessarily mean those people are bad people and stuff. Everybody has a cross to bear. A friend was telling me the other day that one of our childhood friends has been here for years, right? When you see him on Instagram, on Facebook, he looks fly, he's fresh, he's working, he has just arrived in the UK not too long. This guy has been in the UK for about 12 years. And this dude that just arrived only found out by chance that this other guy, who's been here for 12, going 13 years, doesn't have papers. So he was trying to tell me like, yo, such and such. I said, shh, that's the harsh reality about life abroad. I said, so whilst you were in Nigeria, you were counting roughly 13 years that such and such has not been home. The truth is, he's not been lucky enough to get his papers. I said, it's a very difficult journey when it comes to immigration complexities and trying to break free from the complexity. It's very hard. I know people that have been in the system for 18 years and more, and they're still battling complexities. And when you're telling people about going abroad, I don't give a rat's ass. It's your life at the end of the day. But I've realized that the conversations I have with people, a lot of people, particularly back home, they are oblivious of the true details of the life abroad. Don't let anybody lie to you. Not everyone has the skill set to come to the UK to work as a business analyst or as a computer programmer. Now, if you're in Nigeria, you happen to be studied maybe computer science, you already know like 3-4 programming languages and things like that, and you can take those transferable skills and work anywhere in the world, even remotely, great! And you can earn your forex. You're a tiny fraction in the sea of multitudes. At the bottom end of the societal structure, most people don't have that skill set. Not everybody is a lawyer. Not everybody can work as a solicitor. Not everybody can work as an engineer, a civil engineer, or whatever you want to call it. Not everybody has that skill set. So I look at some very selfish black folks, because you manage to, get into IT. Impossible. Not everybody can work in IT. There are some people, they are not academic, but they found a niche for them in Africa. You're selling day-old chicks. You've built a medium-sized poultry. You are also into real estate on the side. You have 2 lucrative streams of income. There's somebody that told me that in a month, he was seeing roughly 4 million naira. He had 2 children. He was living in Ibadan. He's here in the UK now, working as a carer. And I told him, Orieti Daru. There are plenty of people like that. He threw all of that away. So when he got to the West, you see, remember, he hasn't got the academical skill set to say, oh, yeah, so my truckload of, experience and skills and blah, 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 I'm going to be able to be able to go work for IBM or any, any top companies or get into IT field and things like that. No. He's, he said he has HND or something. That's how far he went academically. He has only HND. But the universe has blessed him. He was making money. He lived in a 3-bedroom bungalow. with wife and 2 kids. That's a man who has made it. There are hundreds of thousands of diasporans that cannot touch you in terms of achievement. Not everybody is academic. Not everybody. That's the reason why, if you look at these fingers, they are not the same height. So should we now blame this finger that why are you not as tall as this one? Why is this one not as tall? But as they are, they have a combined level of functionality to help my hand to work, but they are totally different. The thumb has its place when we're talking about the fingers and how they function. So this is a place in the society, 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 a place. The truth about life is somebody's going to work as a bin man. I don't have to be a bin man, but somebody's doing it. Somebody's emptying your beans every week. Somebody's driving that truck, right? Somebody's working as a builder. They might even be dyslexic. They can't really write or read properly, right? But they're very good at plastering. If you misplace your key, somebody is working as a locksmith. I'm not a locksmith. I couldn't undo a lock to save my life. But the locksmith guy can say to me, a call-out charge is £100 or £120 before I even change your lock. If I need to cut my garden, edges and stuff like that, somebody does that for a living. Somebody sells ice cream in an ice cream truck. It's impossible for a lawyer to drive an ice cream truck. It's impossible for a business analyst, right, to sell you, to have a roadside grilling setup and sell you your grilled suya that you'd love to enjoy in the evening on your way home after work. It's impossible for a business analyst to pull that off, except they completely leave that field. So the point I'm saying is, there is a false narrative that's being sold within the black community. And this is what I've been addressing. The whole idea of this blanket adoption of, it's Japa, everybody has to travel abroad. It's a big, fat lie. It's a myth. It's a big trap. It's a lie that's being forced down people's eardrums and lungs within the black community. It's a lie. And if I also come at it from a spiritual standpoint of view, as a practitioner of Ifa, as somebody who is spiritually inclined, your Ori, your universal data set. That's why, like the other day, a guy came to me for divination, right? And divination said, he's based in Lagos. He paid for divination from Lagos. He paid me for divination. Ifa came back and said, meaning the way you leave Africa is how you will end up returning to Africa, meaning empty-handed. Your success lies in Nigeria. You have people, they're passionately fixated on, I've got to go. This is why I keep telling people, you've got to go. Where are you in life? Don't blindly travel. Okay, let's talk about where we are now, right? Since the Brexit, the UK came out of the EU and all that, right? There's been then you have the pandemic and all that. We are pretty much in recession, cost of living, everything. They're struggling in this country, this nation now, yeah? A lot of the EUs have left the country and stuff. They are really struggling. So they decided to change the dynamics to tweak a little bit the dynamics of they're saying people that love to filter out, make immigration really tough for black folks. So they look in the direction of Africans now. Let's open the door a little bit. Let's bait them in with this box of cheese. Let's get them in. It's to drive, because the care industry is actually bloody struggling. The care industry looks after the elderly ones, the ones with dementia and, old age problems. The care homes, they're struggling. It's a struggling industry. So the industry had to scream out to the immigration powers that be. So they brought out the cheese. Let's throw it at the Africans. Them ones in the continent, they would take anything we give them. Emabo. This is not about dissuading you. Isn't things, sorry, let me answer this. Why do we have to pay for Ifa divination? Isn't things like this supposed to be free? Most practitioners don't charge. You only show appreciation. That's absolute nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. Anybody that told you that, it's a bloody lie. And anything you don't pay for, right? It's a big lie. Why should any Ifa priest or any Babalawo, any Iyanifa divine for you for free? They earn a living from that. It takes years to train to be a priest. Why shouldn't you pay for it? I beg you, take a back seat, Gary. So if they're going to do it for you, appeasement, you need to buy all the ingredients that you need to do appeasement and all that, so you can recalibrate your life and break free from whatever spiritual limitations. The Ifa priest should buy them for you as well. Are you joking? If your success is in diaspora, why are you not successful, Lisa? Don't mind them, Jared. Why don't you go to the petrol station and get your petrol for free? Joker. So, as I was saying, this is the problem that we have. Now, I was talking to a friend, some childhood friend, lovely guy, lovely chap, a few days ago. We're having a chat. And he told me that, boy, dude came here with a wife and we're chatting. He's a lovely brother. And he told me that, boy, he get absorbed into the care industry, and he's talking about the lengthy hours. He never knew. He goes, bro, I can't mentally cope with, I'm out for Difarubu and, washing the butt cheeks of elderly people and all that stuff. And I laughed. I was looking at him. I wasn't laughing at him, but I said, that's what it is. You made the choice to come here. And it was like a bunch of dudes that he met on the job. People were moaning that there's a guy, he's in a major fight. And you see, the people that create this system, they are top-level psychologists. And I also say, when you come, you have your children, you get sucked in. The moment, especially you're a family man, yeah? The moment you get sucked in, you get trapped into these bottom-end jobs and all that stuff. You can't come out. Because bills have got to be paid. You got to put bread on the table. And here is another thing. Once upon a time, years ago, immigration fees and all that in this country was quite affordable. It was, it wasn't bad. Now, after the whole pandemic, everything's skyrocketed. You have a family of 4, man and woman with 2 children. They are needing 10,000 Great Britain pounds sterling to extend their documents. And part of the colonial damaged mindset that black folks are dealing with is we are the only race of people that we come abroad. However much they beat us down, however much they take the peace out of us, they violate us, we normalize suffering. Black on black, we would tear ourselves to shred. A black man is suffering. They would tell you, this country is the best in the world. It's expensive. It's the best in the world. We can't even sensibly quantify what's being given to us. So the person charging you 1,500 today is seeing you licking his shoes and you're not doing anything. They will come back tomorrow and turn the 1,500 to 3,000. And they will think, okay, let's push it even further. They'll ask you for 4,000. They'll ask you for 5,000. Because they think, well, whatever we throw at them, they take. They kill themselves to come here. We are winning. I can't blame them. In fact, it's a well-crafted modern-day form of slavery. They give you 2.5, and you've got to have that for 4 times, a journey of 10 years. And every time you want to renew, you got to pay them nearly 10,000 pounds. Say family of 4, right? You pay for the medical surcharge, you pay, and if you can't do it by yourself, you have to pay immigration. Times that by 800 naira, the current 790, 800 naira, the current conversion rate. That's multi-millions of naira that I can use to set up a functioning fish farm in Nigeria, and I can get my harvest and sell it for good forex to the West. I have, hand on my heart, no word of lie, In my inbox, I have nearly 21 or 22 emails of families that watch my channels, similar stories, how they are struggling to put together immigration fees. There's a guy, he lives in, is it Wolverhampton, with his wife and two children. They are unable to make up the home office fees. So he wrote a letter to them explaining that they're struggling. There is this thing that you can apply for. Somebody said you can apply for like fundings, or if you can't afford it. They were refused. Some get lucky, they get it. They were refused. And then the time that they were meant to file for the extension has gone past. And already the caseworker rolled back and said, I give you till so and so fee waiver. Thank you, Flaky Moore. We give you to so and so deadline. If by this deadline you don't provide this amount of money, your visa will be cancelled. You will be asked to leave the UK. And if you refuse to, you'll be blacklisted, blah, 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 blah. Such a threatening. He gave me a screenshot of the letter. Hard toned. They don't give a toss. The problem is because of the culture of this environment. Everybody is on their own. You understand me? And so you really don't get to see the suffering of people. Everybody's wearing shiny, what do you call, shiny clothing and stuff, but people are suffering. I'm telling you, man, when you're gone. And the selfishness that exists in our society is, there is somebody watching me now because you have a little bit of change in your bank account. You're in your Prada, your Gucci's, your Ferragamos, and Armani. You fire up your own backside. And then you think, oh, such is the case. You're lucky enough, you're working for HSBC, you're working for Barclays, you're working for IBM on a top level IT project, and you become a snob. You think that's the reality for the entire black community. I got news for you. That's not the reality, because you earn £650 a day, you earn £700 a day. I understand that you built your way up to the top. For the records, I'm not hating on you. I celebrate you because I know you paid your price to get to that point. Tomati about a patch up CV, but that's not the case for the entire black community. Because not everybody is able to sit down and be able to comprehend what Prince 2 is, or take a business analysis training, or function in that field. Not everybody is wired for that. So if this conversation is going to come full circle, this is why I bang on the fact. Who are you? Who is Oyedeji Phrankleen Awudia? Who am I? What was I called to do or be in this dispensation? The problem with a lot of people is, spiritually, from the families, the bloodlines that you came from, they have, even for starters, from when you were born, when you were in your mother's womb, they've already created an artificial pathway. So because the guy next door is into IT, my wife is nudging me. Business analysis training. Go and do the training. Go and do it. You do that training, you end up not being able to cope. That would further leave cracks in your marriage, because your wife is looking at the Joneses next door. She wants the Range Rover. She thinks you are less of a man because you cannot function as a business analyst. Look at Mr. Kunle next door. His wife works for the NHS on the top level. Why can't we replicate their lives? Who are you? What were you called to do or be? Nobody is dissuading you from coming abroad. There is so much. A lot of people, they're coming in now. They're coming in. This is what the UK want from themselves. The master strategists within the British system. They are brainy bastards. They have data on us that dates back centuries. They understand the psychological setup of the average Negro. They know when to push the chess piece. They know precisely let's give them this much, we will get this much from them. They know how to move the piece. They understand, because very few of us are emancipated. They know. That's why they can pretty much control the entire African continent if you let them control you. They've been doing it for time. This is how they strengthen themselves. I've said it before, one of the worst things that can happen to you is not even knowing how the world works. You have all these JJCs, this newly arrived people, content creators. I see them on YouTube, and it's very, very dangerous. They've lived in the UK for 2 months. 2 months, baby. They still have their mother's breast milk desperately wet on their lips. They've just arrived in the UK. They arrived in London. Now they've moved to Birmingham. They're living in some shared house, and they're loving it. They're taking train to go and greet their friends in Sheffield, and then they're making videos on YouTube. Why I relocated to the UK? I'm telling you, the peace of mind is so lovely. They will make these deceitful videos. So the geezer across the border back home is watching this with his data and is thinking, oh, thank you. The Bible says in the book of Thessalonians, yada, yada. They would never give them verifiable substance. The job that I'm doing now, when I wake up, I just go to my work and I'm so happy. I can just go to my local Aldi and do my food shopping. In fact, today before I started my YouTube video, thank you, Rashid, for the super chat. I just got my salary for today. I give God the praise. I woke up, I had the shower. The guy back home in Nigeria is hearing that and is thinking, whoa, man, I've got to go to that UK. Wait. Where do you work? They would never tell you what kind of job. You're making a YouTube video. You're telling people, within 3 weeks, I got my job, and I just give God the praise. And it's a factory job, but you wouldn't sit in front of that camera. And if you are that confident and proud of your factory job, be proud. It's a honest job. You wouldn't say, I'm currently working, on the factory floor. I'm tearing up boxes and working alongside the recycling department, and I'm getting paid £22, £22,000 a year, or blah, 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 blah. After tax and NI deduction, this is what I take home. They will never tell you. This is how much my rent is. After all the bills have been said and done, at the end of the month, I barely have £250 in savings. They would come on YouTube and lie, and they will blow it out of proportion and tell them, oh yeah, it's fantastic. I watched another video the other day where this guy was talking about, I left my job, I was on 2.5 million a month in the UK. In Lagos. So I moved my family here. I'm working. Towards the end of the video, the guy, that's why I stopped watching the guy's channel. The guy making this video attempted to jump cut the submission of that guy. I pulled it back. I watched it again. The guy said, I currently work for Amazon. And a jump cut tried to hide the guy's dissemination. Do you understand what I'm saying? And can I tell you, at the time when I watched that video, 72,000 views, close to 100K views. And I sat in my chair. I was raging because the guy must have been forced to come on Iro Buruku. Babairo. You are telling me you are happy. You to atiku esa leko to ma ge fún wọn ní to ma fún wọn ní fìlà ẹsẹ̀gbẹ́ to mo bo ran yi Highlander to wa Camry e to ma ran ní change lápò to ran ṣe fàájì e atola is bad to ran jayé e o foforo rí fẹ́ni kankan o ma lọ foforo for 16 hours. And you're telling me that and then there's another lie of bro, that's not the point. Please. This thing about home didn't offer us opportunities, that's not the point. If you're going to say your truth, go all the way with your truth. I'm not even talking about the imperfections back home. Do you understand me? If you're not listening to me. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. Ayetoli, Gen Nigeria, the type of life you can enjoy. For those that have had the opportunity to build things for themselves, you can never see it in the West. I can have a mid-scale business, in Nigeria, because getting stuff is cheap. I can have somebody to look after kids for 25, 30K a month. Like I can be on the road with my wife. I can have a driver. I can hire a gardener. Easy work. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I need somebody to come and give me massage tonight with essential oil because I've got body pains, I can get them to come to my house and set up with their equipment, and they will deliver their service, and I'll pay them and they will go. I'm not talking to you. We're not even talking about the governmental failings. That's not even where we are going. Do you know, my brother, the problem that we have in Africa? Let's leave the government. We know them. They are criminals. Let's leave them on the shelf. It is not about government. Okay? The point I'm telling you is there are people, yeah? They will sell anything. They will spend multi-millions only to get absorbed into this West. Somebody told me in an email, he said, Franklin, all the money that I brought from Nigeria to Canada, said the money disappeared in less than 3 months because of the rent. He couldn't get a proper job. He was immediately met with racism. And the guy was having regrets. And I respectfully said, bro, if it's this bad, have you considered going back? He replied me, he said, my bro, I'm ashamed because I don't even know where to start from. He said, I have spent my last and all of that stuff. Even in the Canadian environment, they are faced with barrage of racism. It's unbelievable. They will accept your certifications for the purposes, it's a scam. They will accept your qualifications for the purposes of being in the pool so that you get the PR. Tobawa Woleton, the same people that accepted your qualifications will then not accept the qualifications for you to filter in, blend in into the wider Canadian community. Because they will then play the game of home-based first. I agree. I should do a monthly podcast. I agree. I'm telling you, man. The same people that allowed you to get PR. Yeah, we have a PR. Oh, thank you, the universe. You get the Canadian PR. They give you the PR. They want to send you to the province where there is hardly 100,000 people. They know what they're doing. You spend money. They absorb you into the Canadian system. Now for you to now say, okay, yeah, my qualifications from University of Lagos, and I have got 2 masters from Africa, this. Then they would turn around and say, nope. Would rather consider thousands of home-based, Canadian-based, Canadian-grown people first. We don't think your Nigerian qualification is good enough. Wait, what? There are people that excel. Take Canada, BAMU. But notice I keep saying, look at the bigger picture. So these are the conversations that I have. That they want your taxes. Thank you, Mr. Oguleye. These are the conversations that some people would say, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see me? That's my internet. My internet decided to be a bit of a cow right there. Yeah, my internet. I'm looking at the internet. Yeah, it's my village people are playing with my cables, man. Everybody, Johnny, is different from me. My qualification experience from Nigeria worked. I got a job within 3 months. I worked for Walmart for 2 weeks. That's great. Listen to me. Let me say it. Let me say it for the last time. Yeah? Because it's so tedious dealing with black folks, Africans. They can drive you crazy. It's so tedious. There is an ongoing trap in Africa, which is a trap of, thank you for the super chat, which is a trap of everybody, the idea of you've got to bean. You see, if somebody that has nothing, bottom of the barrel, and then they get, I was saying something before I carry on. I remember now, before the disconnection. Like in Dubai, right? They've currently stopped giving Nigerians, for example, work permit. right? They've currently, they've stopped it. Please go and check online for reasons best known to them. People based in Dubai are telling our brothers and sisters in Africa, there is no job. There is no job because it's there publicly. They are not giving them permits. They are stifling your movement in their society. Part of that might be because some of our people are unscrupulous in their societies, and for whatever reasons, I don't live there. Never stepped a foot in Dubai. People are still packing their bags in droves. I saw a video. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, please? Let me know if you can hear me. Somebody said they can't hear me. Can you hear me? All right, cool. All right, okay. If you can't hear me, that person, just come out of the app and come back in. It might be from your side. Now, people are leaving, yeah, Nigeria blindly. Do you understand? They will sell their properties. They will spend millions. This was just 3 days ago. This guy was shouting on Instagram that he met these guys at the airport. They had their bags. They were laughing. This guy was saying, "Yeah, man. I spent about three from something million naira to come, and there are no jobs." And then, why do we love suffering? I'm in Dubai, but no lies, man. It's crazy. Even those who are working want to renew their contract at no levels at all. Do you understand? Why do we love doing this to ourselves? We are the only race of people. It's insane. So when Phrankleen is saying this, Phrankleen no feko gokialo. For those that have been watching me for a minute, this is my transition to the motherland. I'm on my way out. You know, before you go to the motherland, you got to put things in place, right? We've got to put things in place for yourself. So I'm living my life. You don't expect me to come and plaster my plans on YouTube or on the internet. I look at people, I laugh. There are some people, they will do absolutely fantastic in the UK. There are some people, they would do absolutely fantastic in the US. Because my best friend left Nigeria, I also have to leave. Let's go. If I can't make it into the US, let me try Germany. Let me try Australia. What if you're not spiritually aligned? There's a man that I know in London. He's 61 now, Agbalagba. A very lovely gentleman. I like rubbing minds with him. He's got some health problems now. He wants to move back to Nigeria, but because there isn't much finance going on and because he's dependent on medications now, so he's weighing his options maybe to just remain here because he gets bi-weekly medical supplies and all that stuff, which I understand. It's important that he stays alive because of those medication. But we were talking and he was telling me, he said, "Phrankleen, when I came to England, I was about, what did he say? Was it 39, nearly 40. And then he spent years. Of course, he came here already on a very complex background, you know, immigration complexity. And he spent years chasing papers. But he was telling me that he had a lucrative ironmongering business and something to do with building materials, that he had it then. His wife in Nigeria, for some reason, the woman wasn't keen on traveling, right? They had 2 children. She wasn't keen, which is quite unusual for me. Most women want to go. But he said his wife, said, "Emi law," that she would wait behind because she had business that she was doing. And because she felt she had a mother, grandmother, sisters, you know, support network, and she just was panicky. Husband Oshori Kunkun, he was, hell bent on going. Then he got trapped. So, the years of being away from each other grew wider and wider. So eventually the woman moved on. Mary Bell, I will reply to your email. So eventually the woman moved on. And the man, over the years, while chasing papers, just got stuck here, man. Shame will not make him go back. Even one of the children now is already, I think, married or had a child or something, I can't remember. And he has his regrets. There are plenty of similar stories like this. But you see, black people are like Hiro. They want a content creator that will come on YouTube, that will come. Imagine, as articulated as I am, if I had a channel where I come here and I bamboozle people with Jesus and I give you lies. In fact, if I had a travel services where I'm lying to people, I can bring you into the UK for medical, these, blah, blah. Oh, they would love me. There's a guy that I know on these internet fields. I don't know him in person, but I see he runs this travel agency thing, and he just lies. How to travel to Malta, how to travel to Malta in 5 steps, how to move to Spain in 5 steps. Easy. Just DM me if you have 1.5 million. Easy. Do you know what life is like in Malta? It's nice when you go on vacation to Spain, but when you want to sell everything that you have and relocate to Spain, how to move to Cuba in 7 steps. What the bloody hell do you know about Cuba? Talo Mombe. But because it's Jakpa, I can pack my bag now and go to Spain tomorrow morning. And I can show you pictures on Instagram. You have a brilliant time. You enjoy yourself. That's vacation. Yeah, Malta is good for holiday. Just like Dubai. It's visually appealing, aesthetically pleasing when you go on vacation in all the sky-high buildings, the hotels. It's lovely. But when you go to Dubai to get absorbed into their system, to start living in Dubai, the same thing in Italy, all these places. Going tomorrow, Alicante, but I would never want to leave there. There you go. This is what I'm saying. Phrankleen is dissuading people. That's why. Do you not think that's why the oppressors globally, they can dangle a carrot in front of the Negro, because we hate critical thinking. So you're talking about me, and because people get spiteful, they don't like the truth, they would turn around and want to attack me. Why are you in the UK? Why are you still in the UK? Hey, me man, live life, to me. I'm on the way out. This is my transition. I don't have to put up a billboard to tell you my itinerary, when I'm going to move. I'm living my life. Some of you are so caught up. You've appointed yourself, self-appointed as gatekeepers in the West, London, UK. You don't have a plot of land in Africa. The children we are raising in these systems, identities are messed up. They are lost. Your children can't even speak your mother tongue, and we are deceiving ourselves. People are suffering. People are suffering. Like what I was saying earlier, here in the UK, the immigration fees. If you're watching on Japa, over Japa, yeah, you want to travel at all costs blindly. £10,000, £12,000. Thank you, Moses, for joining the channel membership. £12,000. Phrankleen, you will still not dissuade us from Efe Urieti Daru. Let me block you straight. These are the morons that I'm dealing with. You can go and travel if you want to travel, okay? I have no control over your personal life. When you open your mouth to say you will not dissuade us, you are retarded. Because if you're a black man or a black woman, you are grown. And this is what they do to us in Africa when you grow, because a lot of people are stripped of the ability to indulge in critical thinking. When I get it, in the name of Jesus, by the special grace of God, Heavenly Father, what does that mean? How many times you see the white man in England, even all this Cuba, all these places, if they have anything that's going for them, they think of how to grow it as a family empire. If somebody has even an ordinary sandwich bar here in the UK, they never throw it away. They would think of how to pass it to the next generation. They would think of generational wealth. The black man would try to tear it down because of a jackpot. I have guys, people that I know, people I don't know. I've got multiple emails. One guy now, he's fighting his wife. They are fighting right now. There's ongoing problem. You know why? I like it for DB Willie. Somebody said, what's my advice specifically? Go and watch the live stream from the start. If you're looking for specifically, grammar alone, so go and watch it from the start. Do you understand me? I like it for DB Willie. So the care job he's doing is getting to him mentally. He's telling his wife he can't crack on. So the wife is saying, we've spent a lot of money to come here. And the dude is saying, hey, yo, I can't cope. There's a major problem. You understand? People are suffering. People are suffering. It's unbelievable. Like I said, one of the hardest parts, you see the same people that will tell you, my boy, come to the UK. When you get here, yeah? You can't, you need £100. Nigerians, you need £100. £100. £100. Just £100. Go on your mobile phone, yeah? Call somebody. Call somebody. Maybe one or two friends, Tamati Jue, if they are okay, they may be all right. They're gonna ask you like, bro, okay, how am I gonna get the 100 back? Yeah, how am I going to get the 100 back? And you say, I'll give you by the end of the month. Okay, cool. You see the same people that are chatting to you on WhatsApp. Hey, bro, what's going on? Ask them for £100. Then you will know that everybody is on their own within the black community. You are on your own, mate. I'm not going to go easy. But there are people who move back to Nigeria and struggling. Yeah, if they are, so what? Do you know why they are struggling? Let's not talk out of context. If you move back to Nigeria, you move back blindly. You are not armed with a plan. What are you going to be doing in Nigeria? You will suffer. That problem is not unique to Nigeria. So let's talk critically like adults here. Nigeria is not the problem. As I'm sat here with my grammar, with my brain, if I move back to Nigeria with my eyes and brains closed, I will suffer. I will inflict the suffering on my family. All right? You must have a plan. You must have a plan. You must be armed with a plan. That goes with, where am I going to live in Nigeria? Okay? What are the streams of income that I am going to be dependent on whilst living in Nigeria? What is it? Can I be in Nigeria and be earning in Forex? In fact, if you want to enjoy Nigeria, sit down. Let me give you a secret tonight. If you want to enjoy and live like an absolute god in Nigeria, sit down. Find at least one means of making money in Forex. It doesn't even matter if it's $30 per transaction, $25. Majako yema wallet consistently in Forex, and you're changing it to your black market. You're laughing, man. You're done. Have a roof over your head. Try your best. Build a house. If it's a small bungalow, 3 bedroom, if it's an apartment, the key to your own house. Somebody said, you are seeing the world differently. You probably have not suffered. Taufik, you know nothing about me. Again, that's a moronic submission. You know nothing about me. Because you know why? Do you know why you're saying that? That's why I said moronic. I know your type. Yeah? You expect me to come and tell you that everybody in Nigeria should travel out. Anybody that tells you that is an evil black person that doesn't want forwardness for the black race. The fact that you feel uncomfortable, you're not happy about a submission, yeah, doesn't mean it's a lie. If you like Taufik, Bonolo, go short, go travel. I know you don't like the truth. This is exactly what I'm saying. The same jackpot that you are talking about, there are plenty, thousands of diasporans are living abroad that are living a basic life. They can barely have savings. They can barely stay on top of their... Now, we are living in a phase now. We are living in a phase now where people, the cost of living is sky high. It's even worse now. So what are we talking about here, man? If you change the cash, it's up to 2 million naira. Of course. I know someone who is a programmer. He's in Lagos. He works remotely for like an American company, and they pay him nearly $5,000 a month. Change that to naira, and he lives in his father's BQ for free, and he's laughing. They're saying energy cost will rise to about £5,000. Bro, people can't survive on that. I deliberately look at those news apps and I turn them off. People are already tampering with their electric meters here in the UK. They're tampering with the readings. The poverty is heightened. This is how many liters is this? This is a keg of water, right? This big one, yeah? This thing, I drink water a lot. This thing here, once upon a time, used to be like £1.10. Yeah? Right now, £2.79 for this. You might think it's nothing. Yes, the 5-litre one. Thank you, Rita. I used to. £1.10. There were some places, there was a time it was even 99p. For this, £1.10. Thank you. Now, £2.79, £2.69. That's how they sell it. The inflation is mind freaking blowing. And imagine you're a family man, you got children, meji meta. It's insane. Electric bill went up, of course. It's mad. Is there any point working remotely in Nigeria with people? Who told you that you can't work who told you can't work remotely in Nigeria? There are very good internet packages. Go and look into it. People are working remotely in Nigeria and earning in Forex. I'm telling you, man. But black folks are so doggone. Yeah, the cashless system is coming. But to £9, everything has gone up. Go and ask people that, what do you call it, man? Go and ask people that, you know, you're talking about the African food shopping. Woo! Our food. The okra, the croaker fish, the tilapia, everything has gone up. So when you have children, when you have children and they have to eat 2-3 times a day, how do you cope? Same thing in Canada. Things went up $1 to $4. You think it's a joke? So when people are shouting in Nigeria, oh, diesel is like 800 naira, I tell them, it's a global problem. Come to the UK. I know a guy was telling me the other day, he said, bro, I had to pack my Qashqai. I'm even planning on returning it to the dealership. I can't cope anymore, man. So because it's a diesel car, and diesel, everything is expensive. We should ask how to navigate the upcoming digital cashless society coming up. Bro, that's a very good point. That's something I would look into talking about. Inflation is everywhere, guys. It's gonna be way worse. So, and now it's even more important, given the rise in inflation and all of this, yeah? The West are doing everything to keep their own GDP going. Don't forget, we are the price. What do I mean? They will milk you through the immigration system. They will milk you through the shopping. They will milk you through everything. They will milk, they will milk, they will milk, they will milk to keep their systems going. Whilst our people in droves are doing everything to throw away businesses, just because you want to blindly travel. Notice I keep saying blindly. I have seen it personally. I travel to Nigeria a lot, and my mouth is wide open. You get to Canada, you're working as a delivery driver, you're working in a call center, and then you're telling me nonsense about my Lord shall supply all my needs according to his riches in glory. There are plenty of I disagree, everyone is the price. All groups of people are affected. No. The Negro is the price. Black people especially. You don't understand what I'm saying. It's crazy. The idea that people will come online, Emama sugar coat, people are lying. You know why? It also reflects the idea of once you get to the UK like this, you start to pluck the pound sterling. Once you get into New York, once you get into Brooklyn, once you get into Texas, you start to make the millions. It's a lie. The bills will suffocate you. Some guy was telling me when I was in Nigeria, cousin me so wait matter de America buy ye, go see issue, go see no problem. My cousin said once I get to America, no problem. He said to me there is free house. He's gonna get me a car, a nice truck. He'll be supporting me with $500 per week. He told me that everything's gonna be. So I said, huh? Who the hell is this cousin? He's gonna buy you a truck. It's going to be giving you $500 a week. This guy said, no. He has a blue passport, American citizen. He wants to go to the state with his wife and 2 children. His cousin had told him, when you move in, I said, your cousin said he would give you $500 per week. He said, bro, even he's promised my... Keep talking sense into them, bro. I know a few people were redeemed from their colonial slavery. They want to make him house server. I said, your cousin, yeah? Your cousin. And they were saying, my cousin is single. I said, no, I think the plan is your cousin wants to reel you in, make sure you're trapped in poverty, and it will end up shagging your wife. Our cousin will in here. Electric blanket, hot water bottle, bought, shower in the midnight on my plan. I'm glad I'm driving a hybrid car, so still save a bit of money from it. The cousin wants to make him come illegally to use him. Yeah, it will get him to travel illegally. He will get stuck into that system. The same cousin will end up shagging his wife. What am I saying here? When you get trapped in poverty, and you can't cope, and the wife is struggling with the children, everything, sometimes it gets so bad you may have to leave apart. You're having to move in with some person to pretend like they're your partner, and then the cousin will end up saying, Madam, and there's nothing you can do. It's true. You don't understand, man. Life abroad is crazy in our communities, man. Exactly. $500 a week. And this guy, I'm telling you, he was saying it with conviction. I was just looking at him. Bro, please. I don't want your negativity. Bro, please. My cousin told me, let me tell you, even my mom was on the phone. We spoke hard to her. He's promised me $500 a week. I told him, I said, dude, he's lying. He wrote, So the guy that sat in front of me just like, feel it. Yeah. You see, you can probably see through the lies in 3, 2, 1 because you live in the system, yeah? You know that that's absolute nonsense. But you see the people back home? Exactly. As soon as you're trying to just tell them that, bro, that's a lie, they will look at you like, they believe you don't want them to prosper. You understand? Oh, somebody said even $10 a week is too much. Somebody told me once that she was staying in somebody's house here in the UK, in Manchester, and after 2 weeks of staying in that house, the man's wife would remove the toilet roll from the toilet and go and hide it. Did you hear what I said? Toilet roll, tissue. Because why? It was her, a husband, and 1 child. So they would remove the toilet roll from the bathroom. They would remove the toothpaste and go and hide it. So she was like, mommy, lágbájá kí ló dé tẹ your tissue ni? Ẹ má rà ni ó wọ́n. Láàrin ìjọ́ mélòó ìgbẹ́ wo lẹ̀ ń yà tí oye tẹ́ ló ti pọ̀ jù. Like the amount of tissue you've gone through within 3 days is it's a lot. Or, you know, here in the UK, we blah, 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 we pay bills. And they were like, huh? Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, man. And that was where they stopped, you know, and then it kind of led to a bit of friction back and forth. And then eventually they were forced out. They only stayed there for like less than 2 months. They were kicked out. Okay, I want to call tissue, want to palemo bewole. Sometimes I've always said this, people will lie because deep down in their heart, they probably thought you wouldn't get that visa anyway. They would lie over the phone, or if they come to Nigeria on holiday, no, don't worry. If you get the visa, that's not a problem. You can stay with me. That's not, you bring the children, because see problem. Ofo. Then you get the visa. Then you tell them that you are landing on so, and so. Then they're like, ṣé ọ̀dọ̀ wa lọ́mọ wa dé sí báyìí láàrin a máa tún yàrá tó gbọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ mi fẹ́ máa wọ̀rí jẹ́ ká ṣáà yẹ kán dénà ṣọmọpọ̀ ọmọ àbúrò dáàdi mọ́mí sister uncle brother mi ni. Then they come, then they are now forced to save their face, and then because they've been blabbing that you can stay with them, then you wake up in the morning, your husband and children, you want to eat breakfast, lunch. And some of you are quite terrible with consumption. You want to have 3 pieces of meat on your rice. When they cook the fish, you as a woman, you go into the kitchen. My husband normally likes 3 pieces of fish when he's having his eba. So if you have 3 pieces of meat, your husband has three pieces of slices of fish, you're going to have like 2 or 3. Then your children. Ọkọ mi man like agemawo. Ọkọ ẹ like agemawo. Mo ma tó gé ẹsẹ̀ yín mọ́ ilẹ̀kùn yẹn tẹ́ máa jáde inú ilé ńsìn. Do you see what I'm saying? And some people, because they already have their habits, and they come and you want to eat yam and egg, and then you slice the yam, and then your husband alone fries like 4 eggs. So the people that have bought a crate of egg, they're already counting. You fry 4 eggs for your husband, you fry 4 for yourself, your children, and then they realize that as a family unit, you've gone through 12. There's going to be problems. That's when you would know that £1, £3, £5 is actually a big amount of money. It's very difficult to accommodate people. I want daddy wa like ẹyin gan. I want daddy. I want to fẹ́ yín ṣeré. Ọkọ mi like ẹyin díndín gan. Ó ní bó ṣe máa ń jẹ yín. Ta ló dín geisha tó wà mí báyìí? Àwọn ọmọ yín ló jẹ. Wọ́n jẹ mẹ́rin. There's going to be war. They will show you the door. Ta ló jẹ gbogbo crisp tó wà mí báyìí? Kọ́ládé ló jẹ ńgbà tẹ́ tí oúnjẹ dé mà. Kò sí problem. So you're staying in someone's house, right? A husband is gone to work, so he comes home from work. Bokoto to silano yeti Tony. Àwọn ará bí daddy kini àti ìyàwó wọn ti jẹ́ bí kini kan tó dé. What? Then you understand that they are regular people. They are used to their own space and their own family. And then the reality kicks in even for them, because why we are Africans, sentiment, don't worry, you can stay with us. No, it's okay. Then they realize within 2 weeks, like, God damn, I can't cope. So when they ask you to leave, you then translate that to what daju, I mean, what beni. You know, you blow up the toilet, you leave shit streaks in there, you can't even wash. This is the harsh reality. Your children break the ornaments around the TV and, they're going to ask you to go. They can't cope. Because you have 3 pieces of meat, your husband eats 3 pieces of meat, that's 6. You want to give your children 1 or 2? 2 each? How much meat do you think they will buy from the grocers? Fact. Then you will then find out that what you've been seeing when those people come home is actually a case of concealed poverty. They are just average people managing. Doesn't mean they are less of who they are, but I'm telling you, everybody, that there are some people, by the time they've paid bills, they've done this, they always have credit cards as a backup. This is life abroad. This is why I said not everybody is an IT specialist. Don't let anybody lie to you. It's nice to try to better yourself, but not everybody is academic. And if you look at it on the data, most people in our community, there are tons of people that are not academic. Fact. It's hard, man. That's all I'm trying to get at. So if you're back home and you have something going for you, at least travel out on a vacation. Come and have a look. This guy that sent me an email, they need to raise about roughly 11,000. And the guy is telling me that, bro, between me and my wife, we only have 3,000 something. I don't even know how to do it. And the deadline is the end of this month. It's the end of this month for their renewal. They don't have money. The guy now is regretting. They spent a lot of money to come here. There is no money. You see this one? Your argument is flawed. This scenario just happening. The Omoma delete. Yeah. Argument is flawed. These are the type of people why I make these videos. Because black folks they are liars. We are always in denial. We like to make suffering and poverty our reality. Don't amoti block it down. I no time. This is not a case of asking you not to travel. I'm begging you, if you have managed to build something substantive for you, please don't play checkers with your life. Don't let anybody lie to you. I travel as often as possible. I was in Nigeria last month. JNN, thank you for the super chat. I was in Nigeria last month. There are plenty of Nigerians back home that are doing well. Food, clothing. There are people that they have money. You want to take all of that just because you want to go to Canada and throw it away. And the biggest trap, because of the future of the children. You are crazy. Somebody told me something. Oh yeah, if you work in the bank, you don't know there's no job protection. Who told you there's a job protection in the West? Since the pandemic and stuff, you can wake up tomorrow and your company can go down under. Even if you're a contractor, go and ask contractors. The contracts do get terminated. You may think, oh, you have a 6 month contract to earn £650 a day. They may pull plugs on the project. They may not even like you along the line and terminate your contract. Things happen. People get fired midway into their jobs. Who told you you are absolutely immune because you live abroad? It's a lie. Tó bá rí tí ẹ jájẹ tí ajé fayé ẹ ṣe bùjókòó, tó rájẹ ránṣẹ́, tó ń rí bá ti ṣe tó ń rọ́nà gbégbà déédéé, kó máa dára fún ẹ lọ. But ìkà ò dọ́gba o. Where you are right now, it's not the reality for everybody else. People's minds they're destroyed. With children. The same children that you are talking about, oh yeah, for their future, they end up becoming victims of identity, thrown away, totally lost identity in the system. They're lost. They're totally lost. Some of them, like you said, some of them join gangs. Okay, when we talk about gangs, are we saying, oh, all black children join gangs? You're living in a system whereby the system is even designed against us. Oh, if you flinch, they can collect your children in 3, 2, 1. They are letting you know that we don't care about your African background or your history or whatever you're going for. This is England. You do as you're told. And if they want to target you maliciously, they bloody will. Because they have the abundance of resources. You're living within their jurisdiction. It's hard. And there is no togetherness. There's no togetherness. Apart from our usual jollof rice and our renting a hall and having our usual parties and buying fabrics and all that stuff, we're not really bonded. Tell black folks in your community that you have a court hearing tomorrow morning, magistrates, and you want to, just for them to morally come and support you. They're not coming. I love Nigeria. You know me, they won't show up. That's the way we are wired. They wouldn't show up. Very few would, they can call you, WhatsApp message, it is well. I don't want to draw thing. Little Maria calling you. It's from a distance. Wow. They won't come. Some of them, they might have immigration complexities. They don't want to, I understand that, but they won't come. Black folks. Just let police officers stop you on the street there. And about 2, 3 police officers start talking to you. They have a body-worn camera and they're giving you a hard time. Most black folks will cross the road, man. They will cross the road. The only time you see us together most times is when we are eating jollof rice and, we are dancing to Kiss Daniel in our parties and all that. When it comes to critical things and winning together, we would never. Nigerians will go home when you leave and go back home, Phrankleen. Ha! JR. You are telling Nigerians that it's hard here, but why are you still here? Why don't you set an example and go back home then? Oh yeah, that's why I told them to respond to you, right? I'm leaving my own journey. I'm walking my own path. Okay? What I am saying is not dependent on where I live or when I leave. It doesn't even take away from it. It's only Nigerians are, no, I don't think that's the actual JR. It's only someone who wants to moan, who wants to mudsling and attack you as the messenger is because they don't like the message to start with. Mark my words. Even if I'm in Nigeria, and I'm saying exactly what I'm saying tonight, the same people will concoct a narrative and say, the only reason he's saying that is, I'm sure he's suffering in that Nigeria. He misses the UK. Yeah, maybe he's not able to return to the UK. Oh, maybe he's suffering. He feels so bitter. He wants everybody else in the UK to come and join him in Nigeria. They will find another narrative. Oh, they will. Mark my words. So, for those that really want to pick your message, they bloody well will. There is nobody in the streets of this internet, and I say it proudly, that do what I do, that say what I say. And I'm proud as an emancipator to say that. People that don't want to hear the truth, they will always make up crazy explanation, crazy narrative. Oh yeah, if I move to Nigeria tomorrow and they realize that, this guy is now living in Nigeria. When you tell them the same thing, they would say, it's because he left the UK because he was suffering. Yeah. He wants everybody to come and suffer with him in Nigeria. That's right. No, you see what I'm saying? It's no disrespect, but you are telling them to leave. No, I'm not telling them to leave. Where did you get that from? When did I say that? Let me block this arsehole, man. You see, this is what I'm telling you about these morons. You are telling them to leave. Who said that? Do you see what I'm saying? This is a live stream. This moron came and said, you are telling them to leave. You're dumb. You're a dummy, JR. That's why you got blocked. You don't listen. Use your brain. Use the white meat in your skull. You understand me? Use it. It's free. Stop being retarded. I beg you. Stop being retarded. Indulge in critical thinking. It's free to use your brain. You understand me? The West is not your savior. I'm talking to my brothers and sisters. If you're lucky enough to have built an empire in the motherland, Africa, don't throw it away. You see, the idiot came here and said, you are asking them to leave. Who said that? In more than an hour of speaking here, who said that? Omoasi. They are so stupid that they would indulge in what I call fraudulent misrepresentation. What mama paro? They will go online, they will go on Instagram, and they will start creating this chat. And it's all like somebody said today on Instagram. I was looking at this post and say, oh, Phrankleen is pretending he lives in the UK and he's hiding his family in Canada. And I'm like, huh? Canada? I don't even know this person. This person is as flat as an envelope. Lying. And they were like nearly 100 people liking a comment. And they were all typing LOL and right. You see what I'm saying? What is wrong with you people, man? Use your brain. 500 a week is 26K a year. His cousin needs it. This is for every African because he affects us. Of course. This is why they get angry. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm Jamaican. Why are you telling people to leave? You're dumb. Jamaicans, right? At the core of the Windrush generation. Let's talk to you, Mr. Jamaican. Look at how Jamaicans have been treated like crap here in the UK. I'm even talking the older generation. I have not even thought of, I was not born at the time of the Windrush. Go and look at the Windrush. Look at the way they treat them like a doormat. This moron. You tell people to throw their lives away. Send your cash app. My cash app, I think, is in the description of the video. They said, go and look at your Jamaican brothers and sisters, especially the older generations. Look at the way they're treated like criminals. There were some of them even fought in the war in this country. Till date, they have not fully compensated them. If you watch that Windrush documentary, you would cry. You have to be a heartless human being for you not to cry. It's heartbreaking. There was this man. He was coming from Jamaica. They revoked his British citizenship at Heathrow Airport. They deactivated his driver's license. And he had all his children here. He didn't commit a crime. Some flimsy excuse. He's from the Windrush generation. Oh, they said he shouldn't have had papers. They forced him back to Jamaica unlawfully. He wasn't allowed to even go to court. Nothing. He said, let me call my children. They confiscated his phone. And then he was gone back to Kingston. After about nearly 6 or 7 years, then because the Guardian picked up the news, it went public because of negative publicity. Then the Home Office now wrote to him, oh, we are so sorry, you can come back to the UK now. Because the man is now elderly, he just said, to hell with that. I'd rather die and get buried in Jamaica. Such a heartbreaking story. And this man, he served them in this country. Hey, man, Nenu Borobi and no saying you start running your mouth, man. Thank you, Gail, for posting the cash app. They were going to deport all of them too. Yes. So how much more? How much more you the so-called Mr. Nigerian? Oh, don't tell us not to come to the UK. You think Phrankleen is your problem? Windrush scandal is mad and depressing. These guys helped rebuild the UK after the Second World War. Till as I'm talking tonight, thank you, Moses. They still have not compensated those people. They swept it under the carpet. That's how evil they are. So how much more you? And then the same UK, you want to sell your homes. You want to travel with multi-million blindly. Torí bá bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ní UK. And it's a case of, oh, this guy doesn't want you to come abroad. And then the same people, they are suffering. You know, what breaks my heart is a lot of the emails that I get, people are saying the same thing. I didn't know. And when I got here, I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. People are suffering. People are suffering. It breaks my heart. But I'm only human. I'm only one person. Everybody, everybody is just carrying their cross in the black community. Nobody's going to help you. So help yourself mentally. Critically, help yourself before you take a leap. So there's no sentimental. If you become homeless tonight, how many people will be able to take you and your children in? There's a guy that told me he's in Sheffield. He's struggling right now to keep up with the rent. He said his landlord is an Indian woman. He's owing nearly 1,800 already, nearly 2,000 pounds. And the woman is already saying, hey, yo, by the end of August, if you can't cater for this, you're going to have to move out. He's calling a few friends. He said to me that one of them stopped picking his calls because the guy said, I can't help you. I said, yes, because he lives in a 2-bedroom house with his wife and children. What do you want him to do? Work is not forthcoming. He was telling me the agency problems they had. And then he's telling me that in about 5 months, their renewal is going to be due. Everybody has a cross to bear, man. A lot of these also don't realize the application of law when it comes to our people is also very, very severe based on race. Yes, sir, Dejuma. Thank you. So, you don't have to accept. It's only advice. You don't have to listen to me. In fact, one guy was saying, oh, that's why I blocked the guy's channel or there. Who cares if you block my channel? But those people that will tell you, in the name of Jesus, there ain't no Jesus anywhere, man. In the name of Allah, it's a lie. You throw away what you have. Now, somebody said earlier, oh, because of the system, blah, blah, blah. Governmental failings, I know that. And if you have nothing going for you, and know what you're stepping into. There's no sentiment, oh. There is no sentiment abroad. Because some guy grew up on the same street, or you have both Ijebu or Diletijowa, go see and Loimbo. Just think about it. You're telling me your home office fees is £10,000 and you're struggling. The people that have British citizenship that you are yet to obtain, some of them don't have £10,000 in savings. When I was in Nigeria, I was talking to a gentleman. I was managing a project for a building project for a diaspora. I was talking to a man like this. We're talking, a lovely gentleman. The man has just recently completed his building project. And he told me, Phrankleen, it took me 5 years and 8 months to finish building my bungalow in Nigeria. He's a taxi driver here in the UK. Afashe, he will pay bills, take care of his children, support his wife, his little money, he will go back home, he will put it in his project. 5 years and 8 months to finish his bungalow. Some people may be privileged that you have a block of money. Within 6 months, you finish your duplex. Yo, I built my house. I built a petrol station. It's not the story for the bulk of black community. Facts. There was a man that told me last week, here, he told me, he said, Phrankleen, it took me roughly 7 years to finish my 4-flat house in Surulere, Lagos. But you're jolly. Easy. So don't let somebody lie to you, some moron, yeah? that's speaking a half-baked British accent because he's managing to pay £500 for a Range Rover. He lives in Kent. And he's trying to let you believe that it should be a common reality for people that everybody in the black community should be able to afford to build a house in 6 months. Nah. Over Kuni, Moleferi. People should understand Franklin is educating us, and as a mature adult, you take the good or no reason. I beg you, let them keep talking trash. More. Didn't you profit from the nice something to get 300 will be paid next month to fix gas bills, German working citizens, da 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 da. Good luck to you, Dilly. So that's my story. My bro, do I'm if easy. Franklin, can you open a call session in your next video? People need to share their experiences with the whole house. Yes, I normally do that. I'm gonna go back to that. You know, I've only just started my streams again, man. I wanted to talk tonight and just open up and just talk. I'm sick and tired of this. I know the attackers won't stop, but hey, man, I ain't let more. But me, I'm called to be an emancipator. You see those difficult conversations? I'll be the guy, proudly an African Yoruba man. I'll be the guy that bring those conversations on this channel. You don't have to listen. You don't like me. Walk away, man. When you see me in the public, you don't have to greet me. Boy, but you share yummy. I'm telling you. Man. No, Kent is a lovely place. The reason I use Kent, it's a lovely place. I have a couple of friends that live in Kent. I don't hate Kent. I use it as a figure of speech because it's an environment where people say you live in Southeast London for years, people advance and they decide to say, oh, I want to go live in Kent, right? But then most of our people become snobs because they think they're better than you now. People tell people how to use the Home Office fee waiver application. It's a challenge, but it's worth it. Yes, please tell people, yes. There are people that emailed me that they tried to use the waiver application and they got declined. You may be lucky and use that waiver application. There are people that got declined. There are people that got declined. Somebody declined. There are people. There was a woman that emailed me, herself and the husband, they tried it and they rejected them. There was a man that told me that they were successful. There's a couple that got declined. Declined. You know, there's nobody, yeah? And again, I'll say it for the last time so I can drop the shutters on the show. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a proud practitioner of Ifa. If you're contemplating, Lord, ha. Don't go and waste 10 years in America. Don't go and waste 20 years in the UK. Don't go and waste 15 years in Amsterdam or whatever. If he aligns with you spiritually and, you know, where you will be prosperous, you will do well, you will see fulfillment, go and be great. There are Nigerians in the US that are doing well. There are Nigerians in the UK that are doing well. But when I always talk about the bigger picture, the percentage of people that are flourishing is small compared with the bottom end of the spectrum. Most people are basic. Most people are basic as hell. You understand? There's a lot of us in this country. Most people are basic. Basic kusibabara in terms of lifestyle. Fact. I also heard the interview waiting time is up to 3 years in the American Embassy in Ghana. No one has time for this. So, they're telling me, I don't want them. I don't want them to travel. I don't want them. That's why you're going to keep struggling. We're going to keep struggling. Our people are going to keep struggling and be trapped in this global cycle of oppression. Just these folks, these white folks are going to keep. How do you think they look at us? These white folks are going to look at us like, yo, look at these Negroes. Do you know what it means? Do you know how many hundreds of thousands, millions of white people in England, yeah, that are trapped in mortgage cycles? And you, the universe has allowed you, because it's a totally different culture in Nigeria, you can buy land. You don't even own the land here. The land belongs to the queen. You can buy land in Nigeria. You build your own house. You have your own gate. There's no council tax. You understand me? You don't think they're jealous? Why do you think they want their claws in Africa? Why do you think they want to take over? If they take over tomorrow and they turn Africa to one leader at the top of at the top of affairs in Africa, what do you think they're going to do? They will reverse everything. They want to dominate the land completely and the resources. Think of South Africa. There are more blacks in South Africa, tiny amount of white folks. Who is suffering in South Africa? My name is Oyedeji Phrankleen Awudia. I'm a proud black man that emanated from Yoruba land in Nigeria, Osun State, Nigeria, Elisha to be precise. I'm a proud black man with a fully decolonized mindset. I do not apologize for being myself, for being who I am. I do not. I'm a proud practitioner of Ifa. I'm an initiate. I was called by the universe to be an emancipator for the black race. If you don't like my cup of tea, if you don't like who I am, feel free to move on, exercise your own freedoms. But if you're interested in my content and you're happy to lend me your eardrums and your eyeballs, thank you for doing so. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll carry on doing so. If you have any trending topics, any trending stories, please bang me an email. If you are interested in Ifa divination, send me an email to foodchannel1960@gmail.com. Once again, my name is the ever delectable Oyedeji Phrankleen Awudia, and I will catch you in the very next one. Peace and love. Bye now.